Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with the 18th layout using the Scraptastic kit. It took me 52 minutes to complete. I'm showing you some of the scraps that I'm using, and that's basically all I have left is just pieces and scraps of the kit. And this one here, I'm going to keep it actually pretty clean. I'm just going to end up using this teal background and just a piece of scrap of white cardstock that I had. And what I do is sort of towards the end of the kit, I kind of have the scraps all together unless I do kits that are color based. And I'm not really sure how many of the pattern papers I actually use. I know I use these 2 strips of pattern papers, and they were just leftovers from another layout. The white was just a scrap. That blue pattern paper with the aqua pattern paper with the white dots was actually the backside of some 3x4 cards, and I didn't cut them all out because I knew that I want to use some of that aqua pattern paper, and this is the only place that I use the aqua instead of the cards. I'm going to punch out some of those rotary dials from the pattern paper, and I'm going to use it on this layout, and I use that entire sheet like that, just punching out the rotary dials. And I'm going to punch out some black ones and some teal ones just in case I want to use some of that. I believe I'm going to use a strip of that pattern paper. I can't remember if I end up using it on this layout or not. These layouts, I did them about a month ago. Today's July 15th. I'm just doing 2 or 3 voiceovers, and I believe I did those like the 15th, 16th of June. So it's been quite a long time ago. And I'm doing the voiceovers now, and I just have a lot of projects that I want to do for July and August and September, and so I just went all out and did a whole bunch of layouts and uploaded them to my computer, and then I'm going to start working on these special projects, and then I don't have to worry. I have videos to upload every second day. And it's kind of funny that I said all out, because that's the title for this page is all out. And if I can, what I'll try to do is, there's actually a video that was taken of their last competition that they won first place, and it was someone behind me that ended up taking the video, which I didn't even know they were taking a video. And so you can see me in the front and through the whole video, and you can hear me yelling all out, all out. At first I didn't know if I wanted to call it giver or all out, and I decided on all out. I'm going to take out all the letters for both at the same time, but I'm going to decide for all out. And but anyway, the video is pretty funny. When I started watching, I'm like, that kind of looks like the back of my head. And then I heard my voice and I was like, yep, that's me. So anyway, after my daughter saw the video, she goes, yeah, Mom, I'll never say that you don't cheer for me, because I cheer just as much as they cheer on stage. So it's kind of funny. And same with my son when he plays hockey. I cheer for him too. So one of the main purpose for this layout was to use as many of the embellishments in aqua that I could. So what I did before I started the video camera, I sat down on my bed and I went through the rest of the kits and said, okay, there's layouts here that I can do with aquas, with pink, with reds, and did 4 or 5 page kits that I call. And then I just start with the first one that's on top, and I just use them up like that. And I've already done the May Killikit video, and there wasn't that much left compared to, and it's too bad because I didn't do a paper selection this month, and I did have someone say, did I miss it? Did I miss the paper selection? And no, I didn't do one this month because I actually started my May kit at like a scrapbooking weekend, and I was kind of running short on time, and I didn't end up doing the video before I went, and then I started the kit, and by the time I came back I had like, I don't know, 5 or 6 pages done from the kit. So then it was a little too late for that. So basically I'm just going to take all the aqua die cuts that I found from the kit, and I'm going to start placing them around the layout. I had a 3x4 card that said remember. There was another little die cut that looks like a piece of paper that you write on, and then there was a chipboard sticker that said hello, and then there was an aqua telephone. And I was just, every time that my daughter has a competition, my mom lives about 2 hours from where we are, and sometimes, most of the time, the competitions are 2 hours from where we live, so that's like 4 hours. And actually this competition here, my mom was supposed to come, but there was a family emergency, so she couldn't make it. But I always text her though, how she did and stuff, so that was one of the things why I always like to put a phone. Somehow, a picture of my daughter always makes me think of using a phone. I pulled out some of the enamel dots that were left from the kit, and then there was a piece of aqua that was sort of part of a card, and I just cut that off, and I'm going to use it on this layout. And I think I'm just digging for more stuff from the kit. Again, just anything that's aqua. Okay, so the spooky hayride just went by my trailer, so I thought I better turn it off because they were screaming and having a whole bunch of fun. So at this point, I like how many embellishments I have around this layout, so I'm going to start gluing them down. And again, I use a combination of my ATG gun and some foam tape and some quick dry adhesive. And I really like using my ATG gun because it's not as permanent as the Scotch quick dry adhesive. And if I think that I'm not really certain about what direction I'm going, I'll be using my ATG gun, because then I can lift the stuff up, because once that quick dry adhesive is down, it's down. So things that I'm pretty confident, yes, I'm not going to lift it again. I use my quick dry adhesive, like those letters. I know that's what I'm going to be using, or where they're going to sort of live. So I'm going to glue them down right there on the side of the photo. And I like doing that. I like adding my titles to the side of the layout. And then I'm going to use those wood flowers that came in the kit, and I think I use them on this layout. I don't have the finished layout here with me, so it's hard to remember what I did. And then there was a little tag that said dream big, and I'm just trying to figure out if these wood flowers are going to fit on this layout or not. So I'm trying a few spots to see if I like them. And I think I like sort of the leafy part to kind of go out towards the T. it kind of frames that part of the title. And then I'm going to put another flower at the other side of the towel. I think I've been sitting in the sun too much. The other side of the title. And then I added some more of the vellum pieces and acetate pieces around the rest of the clusters. And then I'm going to add a few enamel dots that were left from the kit. And then I realized, oh, you could put them inside the flowers and they're going to look cute. So then I put one in each side, inside each flower. And then I want to use some of the stickers that came in the kit. And then I love using the outline of the stickers, so I'm going to cut that apart, and I'm going to also use that on the kit or on the page. And I love using those. I feel like I'm really not wasting anything. Every single part of that sticker sheet gets used up. So again, if you hear screaming, no one is being hurt outside or anything like that. They're just having fun. So while I'm just finishing that up, this kit was so much fun. I just felt like as I was, my goal was like, okay, I'll try to get between 18 and 20 pages done. And then once this was the page 18, and at that point I already had like 4 or 5 other pages put together. And then I would get to that point and I would have that many more pages put ahead. Normally I like to get as many pattern papers used up as possible. But I found lately with the Scraptastic kits, the embellishment packs are so big, and I just don't want to put the kit away unless, I'm going to be using as many embellishments as I possibly can. And like, for example, in this layout, I have 2 strips of pattern paper, and then about a 6x4 other pattern paper, and then the polka dots, that's about 6x4, and then a little strip that's about 1.5x6. And that was the only pattern papers I used, and then the rest, it was a whole bunch of embellishments for the kit, or from the kit. And the next few layouts, it's going to be the same. I'm just using up those embellishments, and it was so fun to try to figure out, how I can use those embellishments. So that's it. The page is done. So thanks for watching. Bye.